Welcome back, gods and goddesses, to the Gifted Goddess channel, where I channel my gifts for the collective advantage in a multitude of ways. And I encourage you to not only seek your gifts, but to find meaningful ways to employ them in any way you, your spiritual team, or the Most High deem fit. Okay, class, welcome back to the Gifted Goddess channel. Something about oracles are significant. Is someone getting Oracle decks or experimenting with Oracle decks? Someone's getting new decks soon. New information soon. Yeah, I'm seeing FedEx. I'm seeing incoming messages right off the bat. Today is February 6th, 2026. Regardless, these messages are timeless. It is 4:51 p.m. Right before I started, I saw 444. You guys that have been here already know the spiritual clock is on its own timing. It was just on 333. We're now at 334. So just in divine alignment. So if this message found you or this page in its entirety, just know you are divinely aligned and guided to this message channel for a specific reason at this time. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've never been here before, welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you tuned in. For those of you that are returning class, welcome, welcome back. You know, I love to welcome you in the highest of love and light vibrations and frequencies. So welcome, come on in. You know what I say, leave your baggage at the door. Okay, find a seat anywhere you like. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat, class. This message, yeah, now as soon as I tap in, I'm hearing love potion number 9. So, something about a love potion is significant. I'm seeing, yeah, someone, okay, buckle up, Buttercup. We in class with Miss Frizzle. Okay, we are. What I'm getting is we're about to take a tour of the Slytherin class, okay? Potions. Or whatever class potions was, right? You could tell how versed I am in the Harry Pottery of things. So, yeah, someone was down to the Harry Potter school, okay? Doing the things, putting together potions for love. Yeah, I'm seeing something being put in a food. Okay. Yeah, I'm just hearing it didn't work. I'm just seeing someone's ancestors like laughing, like, but it didn't work. Like, your ancestors know, your spiritual team, the Most High, knows that this had no way of working, okay? Like, I'm just hearing they need backup, okay? Yeah, because they were guided to stop doing this. This was some type of plot, a family plot is significant. Now, take that however it resonates, okay? I'm not even delving deeper into that, okay? Someone's name could start with a T, D, B. P's are significant as well, okay? This is all because you are pretty, of course. I'm just hearing so pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so yeah, someone's whole entire family was in on this plot, whether it's yours or theirs. I'm getting a combination of both for some of you. So for some of you, it could be yours, some of you, it could be theirs. But what I'm hearing, the majority of you, it is a mixed group. I'm hearing a mixed message. Okay, so someone was giving out mixed messages. Yeah, I'm just seeing high and low. 1 minute, you know, they're in the light, 1 minute they're in the dark, like 1 minute they're nice, 1 minute they're not, 1 minute they're like in two minds is what I'm getting, you know. Woo, thanks for confirmation. Yeah, someone, it's 4:56 on the timer as I say that. Someone was in two minds about you, and it's not right, right? Because what ends up happening in situations like that, they cause confusion. They project their own confusion onto you, onto situations. I'm getting onto other people, okay? So one minute they love you, the next minute they hate you. But the problem is when you're conveying those, I'm hearing conflicted, consorted feelings, con is significant, okay? So someone was doing this intentionally to con someone, or you end up conning people, convincing people, thank you, Spirit, to not like a person based on your, I'm hearing persuasions, like, so someone was persuading people to go against you. You see how I'm trying to like lightly put it in spirits, basically like, you know, this was I'm hearing a direct hit, like a direct message that they delivered to sow seeds of discord, okay? So discord is significant. Okay, so you could be having family issues right now, whether with yours or theirs, or a mix of both, right? A mixed consortium of the two, and you don't have any backup, okay? Their plan, thank you, Spirit, was to ensure that everybody was on their side, okay? Initials could be H-A, oh my goodness. I was about to say H-A, okay? Somebody's spiritual team is laughing. Okay, your spiritual team is laughing. Someone's name could be Chanel. Names that start with C. Yeah, C's are definitely significant here. Len. Something about the lens. Okay, no one was seeing clearly. I'm just getting that super extra F and false. Like these were very false narratives that spread on you. Everyone latched onto and believed. And I'm just hearing quite literally, no one did their due diligence. D's are significant, okay? That could be someone's initial. S's as well, okay? DCS. Okay, so what I'm getting is they were supposed to back you, right? At some point, anyone in this whole entire group could have came to their senses and said, okay, hold on, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't align with this person's character, right? Of the collective or classmate that we're referring to, right? You, whoever's listening, whoever's resonating with this. Remember, not all messages will resonate with you. So if it applies, then stay and catch this vibe. If it doesn't, just let it fly. Don't take things personal where they need not be. Okay. Yes, someone needs to pray. If you haven't been here before, that's my prayer app. Yes, someone's heart is, I just heard dislocated. Good Lord. Someone because of how they felt for you, what I'm getting is someone trying to spin a narrative because of the love situation with you. Only you know your love situation, okay? But someone you stopped loving, quite literally, right? Wanted help or tried to help themselves, is what I'm getting to your love, by way of potions, by way of causing discord. What I'm getting is they cause so much discord and disarray within a family dynamic, so you wouldn't have anyone to turn to, so you wouldn't have any backup. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing that full circle. 1111 is significant though. Changes are coming. You are still on your path and your purpose, okay? And I'm just hearing it can get ugly. It can get ugly. It can get something is about to get ugly, okay, with a family plot, a family dynamic, because with all these people around, not one person came to their senses to back you up, okay? Not one person, or maybe very few. S's are significant. SSE, I'm just getting SOS now. They want to save their own self. You might want to go back to that reading that has a SOS button on it. I just saw that in my mind's eye. Okay, just go where you're called to go. But now they want to save themselves, okay? So what I'm getting is, yeah, they convinced, they sowed these seeds of discord. I got conceived, okay, preconceived notions, okay. So whatever feelings they had about you, they spread on other people. But what I'm getting is these other people already had preconceived notions about you, or just ill will towards you. Someone's name could be Will, okay. This could be exes, this could be family, this could be someone you have a family with. Thank you, Spirit, okay. And yeah, your ancestors just ain't with it, okay. So this was a family plot, right? I'm seeing that in a multitude of ways. I'm not going down that road. I'm seeing capital. This is all about money, okay? Abundance, right? We hear this time and time again. But what they don't understand is whatever money you have, whatever abundance you do, whatever spiritual gifts you do, what I'm getting is they know you're due some type of abundance, okay? And most people would be under the assumption that it's financial, right? And quite literally it could be, but what they have to understand is, one, if they're not meant to be with you when you receive it, they won't be, regardless of what they plan or do or plot. Okay, yeah, someone was in cahoots heavy. Okay, I'm seeing enclave. Enclave. Is that a car? ENCLAVE. Let's see what that means. Oh, the first thing that came up is in Fallout 3, the Enclave antagonist pre-war. Okay, so definitely heavy on the spiritual warfare. They created a whole warfare around you and your energy, a family dynamic, just because a love situation didn't go well. As I say war, it is 5:04 on the timer. If you haven't been here, let me let you know we're heavily coded over here. 5:04 for us on this channel in this energy, beloveds. In this class, put it in your notes if you need to as a reminder, okay? Jot all your codes down in the back of the book, okay? Yeah, someone was being secretive. 5:04 means spiritual warfare over here, okay? So what they're not understanding is they started a war with your spiritual team. So they're thinking they're just sowing seeds of discord and they're going to get their way in love by any means necessary, by removing all support from you and forcing you to be in their energy, in their vicinity, right? Making you feel like you had no one but them. So then you would cling to the source, causing this chaos. Yeah. Spiritual team is laughing. Surprise. Florida significant. Gainesville, Florida. New apartments coming soon. New places of residence, okay? Miriam, someone's name could be Miriam. The meaning of enclave or enclave, right? ENCLAVE, any of those initials could be significant, is a distinct territorial. Someone was very territorial. Cultural or social unit closed within as if a foreign territory. Okay, so yeah. An enclave is a territory that is entirely surrounded by the territory of another state or entity. Do you hear what I'm saying? They wanted you surrounded by nothing but chaos, and then I'm getting someone stirring the pot and hiding their hands, okay? F's could be significant. They failed at this on every level. So they wanted to sow all this chaos around you, stir the pot, hide their hands, okay, with their little potions. And what I'm getting is this heavy projection. This is heavy narcissism, okay, our favorite N word. What did you think I was going to say? Okay. Narcos in the energy, you were surrounded by narcissists, which is quite unfortunate, okay. They wanted you to kiss their behinds, okay. They wanted you to kiss their, I'm hearing tookis, like, okay, so yeah, they took a lot from you, whether mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, okay, just using up your energy, this person wanted you surrounded, stirring the pot and hiding their hands, acting like they didn't do nothing, and you would come back running to them, okay? This could be a family member, ex, lover, initials JT or TJ are significant. F's are heavily significant. Yeah, they all failed at this. February could be significant, okay? So either someone's initials are, I will say someone's initials are February. This could be coming to light in February, okay? Because what's done in the dark will come to the light. Yeah, I'm seeing 555. There's changes coming. This has to come out, okay? Because this is too diabolical, is what I'm getting. And the ancestors ain't with it. Like, what I'm getting is God, your spiritual team, angels, let them play this out long enough, and they let them play themselves out of their spot. So whatever is due to you, I keep getting this energy: capital gains, abundance, inheritance, spiritual gifts, any of those things. It could be all of the things, right? If you're on this channel, if you're in my class, yes, class, you have done the work, right, to reap your rewards, to reap your heaven on earth, okay? You're on that spiritual walk, spiritual journey, and with that comes gifts, spiritual gifts and tangible gifts. I'm getting, we're on to the tangibles, right? So if you've been in the energy of walking in your spiritual gifts, like not only did you receive them, but you started walking in them, using them in a multitude of ways to benefit yourself and a collective advantage in any way that is, whether it's through art, whether it's through creating music, poetry, writing. Okay, we know this is the creative class and collective. So I'm seeing glass making, okay, anything to lift the vibration, anything positive. Yeah, I'm seeing preachers, teachers, coaches, lawyer, right? Anything to help others, right? In any way that your gifts allow you to do so. Okay, so that looks a multitude of ways. Yeah, I'm seeing clothing design, I'm hearing personal shopper, but I'm getting a designer, a stylist, okay, a hairstylist, nail tech, all of the things, right? As we know too, I was about to say some of us are do teams, okay? So where you're going, quite literally, you could be do a team, okay? So yeah, you will have a team working with you to help you serve more people. The angels are in this energy. Yeah, someone's an earth angel, but change is coming because apparently there was knife talk, okay, or just endings. They wanted endings, cause a lot of separation and chaos, okay, in your energy. So the ancestors is saying, yes, spirit is saying, if they want to operate like a gang, this is blood in, blood out. Oh, okay, well, your ancestors is coming through since this is a family affair. The problem is they hate you because you're pretty, 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 okay, or handsome. Take what resonates, okay? We're all about energy over here, so genders don't apply. We deal in energy alone over here, okay? So you can be male or female. They hate you because you're attractive. You have a nice body. I got body T T. Okay, someone's initials are definitely T. Okay, you could be a tea drinker. These people, someone in this energy, I'm hearing the leader of the pack is a tea drinker, not coffee for some of you. That's a heavy confirmation for someone, okay? Yeah, I'm getting that'll clear, that's clearing up some confusion for you. That alone, okay? They don't like though that you're pretty, you have a nice body, you're smart, you're intelligent, and you're still nice. They think someone who's attractive or a bad B, okay? So have you on the divine feminine energy, but this could be a masculine and feminine energy, just embodying, right, that feminine energy, taking care of yourself, nurturing self, loving on that self, so you look good, smell good, take right. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You have all the things going on, and that's what they don't like. Yeah, I'm seeing hair done, nails done, everything did. Like, regardless of what you go through, you're still going to show up as your best self. Okay, stepping out and stepping up into your purpose, regardless of the boxes they try to put you in. I'm getting Jay Z energy. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Sagittarius, Virgos could be significant. I'm getting Pisces, Aquarius. Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Libra. Okay, a little Leo trying to peek into, okay? Honorable mention. So what I'm getting is you or anyone in this reading, like anyone in this family dynamic, exes are highly significant, could be any of those signs I just mentioned, okay? But yeah, they know you're a baddie. They know you're handsome. They know you possess all the qualities that anyone would want, but they had to tear you down to make you look less appealing so nobody will want you, in the hopes that no one will want you, in the hopes that people will operate in the chaos that they created, like people being so caught up in the storm that they created about you, the narratives that they created about you, that they don't see you clearly, okay? However, spirit is on that ass, okay? Your spiritual team ain't with it, okay? Because if this is your own family, number one, the ancestors happen to intercede into family situations. Like, imagine this going on. Imagine your ancestors looking over a situation where your own family is attacking you because of the word of an outsider or a disgruntled ex or a bitter baby mom, baby dad dynamic, right? Whew. Yeah, and knowing you're in divine alignment, knowing how you come, knowing how you stand, they know your character, but they're so easy to hate on you because they already was a hater, okay? Which is unfortunate. Yeah, L is significant. EL, like someone could be Spanish speaking. Okay, yeah, someone's name could be Michael. M names are significant. AHN. That almost gave me American, what is that, horror show? Yeah, um, that's also a hospital where I live. So I don't know, is that worldwide? But that's something about a hospital is going to be significant. Okay, yeah, this is about to get ugly. Okay, and I was getting that energy earlier, like very ominous in the energy. Okay, we do know we have a Friday the 13th coming up. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, I have a reading for that. Yeah. I saw something like that in my dream. Now that I'm saying that, thank you, Spirit. I need to jot that down. The dream journals will be below, the dream catcher journal. I'll link in the comments with the other journals that I have available. I always forget to mention them, so I guess this is a good segue for me to do that. I have a dream catcher journal for you to um, write down your dreams in a detail oriented fashion so you can pick up the little gems like I just did, write down, okay, that you are meant to reflect on, right? Some of you could be prophetic dreamers and not knowing it because you don't write your dreams down. You think you're just, chilling when you're sleeping. You're not. Astral projection could be significant, okay? Yeah, I just read about someone fighting their ex in their sleep. So a children's father could be significant, heavily significant. So that's another thing. We covered this before. If you have a child with this person, now imagine their ancestors looking down and seeing them attack you, the mother or father of their child, right? And they have to come to your defense. Like they can't even defend their own kin at this point because they have to defend you, because at the end of the day, the highest priority is preservation of the child, is what I just heard. Okay, yeah, I'm just hearing the plot is thickening. The plot is about to twist. And I always say this, class, jot this in your notes, okay? This is definitely very important, okay? Tests are coming soon. Friday tests, okay? What I always say, if someone judges you based off of, yeah, if someone judges your character based off the storylines of another, specifically an outsider, make sure they stay over there when the plot twist, class, okay? And what I'm getting is, it's about to get dark. Yeah, it's a yeah. Okay, now I'm seeing that DMX channeling. Okay, Ain't no sunshine when it's on, only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when it's on. Yeah, 'cause something don't play. Yeah, that's a very dark channeling. Okay, so listen, do your due diligence. If this is resonating for you, look up the song. Somebody's name could be D, M, or X initials, okay? Certainly not a divine masculine, but this is an X pretending to be a divine masculine. Also, someone's name could be Daryl or Earl, last name Simmons, significant. This could quite literally be a dark man, a dark male that's an X. Okay, I'm seeing multiple. Who turned out the lights? Oh my God, that is a very dark channeling that I unfortunately had to endure. This was a very dark chapter you had to endure, okay? But you are the narrator, you are the creator, you are the writer. Someone could be quite literally a writer or author. You are the narrator of your story. So at any time, honey, hit them with a plot twist, okay? Remove your energy as you did and let the spiritual realm handle it. Yes. Okay, so they want to operate like that, blood in, blood out. It's on. Siblings, highly significant. Okay. They don't like that you're still nice despite of everything that you went through. It's giving me the Cinderella story. Okay, Ella Enchanter could be significant. Okay. Okay, Aya, Ella, under my umbrella. Yeah, it's about to rain. In that video, it was raining heavy too. You know what they say, when it rains, it pours. Please, I love DMX very much. If you don't know, if you haven't been here before, I'm a DMX fangirl, okay? However, channeling his energy gets a little dark, okay? Someone is definitely Spanish speaking. I'm getting Encanto. Yeah, I'm hearing someone try to pull a switcheroo. In Encanto or Coco, which one? I'm seeing one of those are significant. Okay, yeah, Mexico could be significant. When the grandfather who they believed was the grandfather wasn't really the grandfather, he pulled a switcheroo because the dude had stole who they thought was their grandfather was this big celebrity, and it wasn't because you know their real grandfather's essence was taken. So he was taking the music of their grandfather and everything. He was a writer. Somebody could be a songwriter, good with words, a poet, poetry significant. Okay, yeah, this is like spiritual poetry, like divine justice, like poetic justice. Thank you, Spirit. Janet Jackson could be significant. Heavy grandfathers in the energy. Okay, ancestrally. Okay, but they're coming through to air this out, is what I just heard, okay? They don't like you quite literally, quite simply because you body. They don't like you because you embody a different energy. Yeah, bodies are significant. I'm getting the movie Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. This is not pleasant, and I knew it was stirring up. Right, with the new year coming in, the lunar new year actually coming in, I I knew that it's time to finally end and close these chapters so you can go on the new and start your own chapters, okay? They ain't got enough backup. They don't ain't enough backup. There's nothing they can do because in a family dynamic, I'm getting majority, I'm hearing all. Okay, so even ancestors that's not so high in the light, okay, is on this heavy, okay, because you are the divine curse breaker, generational curse breaker. You are the one to lead your family into freedom. What I'm getting is you're meant to lead groups of people, okay, mass people who will be affected by your gift. So if you're a painter, okay, just imagine how many people will be positively affected by your paintings, your following, right? I'm seeing movies okay, scripts, okay, scriptures if you're a pastor. Just imagine how many people, I'm getting chills as I say this, that you are meant to move into positivity, into positive light, into their purpose, okay, into connection with God, thank you, into their season of abundance, right? By your testimony, you will be leading others out by that alone, and then your gifts on top of that will lead so many others. You are supposed to be a beacon of light, and they're trying to dim the Most High's beacon of light, someone that's divinely guided to be a light bearer, a light seeker, and then bear it on others. Okay, you could be a light worker. You could resonate with chosen one energy, black sheep energy of the family. They wanted to cast you aside. We hear these stories time and time again, but they know how this goes. Thank you, Spirit, is taking me back to that Ella Enchanted, how she was like, why do you hate me so much? Like, what have I ever done to you? And she's just like, it's because you're nice and kind, like, and pretty and all the things that I'm not. Well, that's a problem between you and yourself. Like, you need to figure that shit out on your own. Why? Don't be mean to others because you can't cultivate the confidence and the creativity to be about what you need to be about, okay? That's the thing that kills me with these people. Yeah, I'm seeing like, okay? You need to know that you're heavily protected. That's why I came on. I believe I said that in the beginning with 444. You're heavily protected with this energy. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of red, okay? A lot of red, okay? So, yeah, I did a message. I'm seeing red. The ancestors is walking someone down spiritually. And you know what we go through spiritually eventually comes on to the planet, is what I'm hearing. Like, yeah, this is about to be raining down heavily. Like, oh boy. I hope y'all get what I'm putting down, because, good Lord. Okay, they don't like that you embody a different energy than them. So you could, as I said, be just different, the black sheep of the family. You don't embody this toxicity, okay? Your energy speaks for itself. You're a light worker, a light seed, and that usually, unfortunately attracts the darkness, but also too by you just being yourself, operating in your gifts, being very creative and abundant in that energy sheds a light on their darkness. Yeah, I'm seeing like monsters or vampires, like a light being shown and they like covering their eyes, okay, from the bright light being shown. You highlight their darkness. Yeah, I'm seeing pink and green, okay. You operate and live out of the heart space. You understand the energy of love, okay. You quite literally embody that love force energy. They can't handle that. They are a seed of darkness, okay. Seeds are very significant. So the seeds that you planted, you shall reap. The seeds that they planted, they shall reap. Okay, you reap what you sow, whether positively or negatively. Dharma and karma. Okay, I'm seeing it being called something specifically in Spanish. Okay, so if you know what that is, please drop it down below. What is karma and dharma? How is that explained in Spanish? Something about French as well. Yeah, someone, you speak a different language. So quite literally, you can speak a different language. You just speak a different language in them. You don't operate out of your lowest vibrations, no matter how hurt you are, no matter the trials and tribulations you go through. I'm seeing you just getting back up. Someone's name is David. The story of David could be significant. You face your Goliath head on. You don't make no qualms about it. You deal with what you need to deal with, and you keep on moving, you keep on persevering, and you keep on holding to the light. Okay, yeah, yeah, you could have really been low vibrational after this energy. I'm just getting, who needs enemies with spirits like these around you? If this is your family, exes, people you have children with, god damn, you sure don't need no enemies around you. X is heavily significant. Yeah, I'm just seeing X mark the spot. X is people being X'd out. Lord, let's get through this energy. You are taking a different path and you're successful at it. So all they know is to be conceitful. They're conceited. You're conceiving? You got a reason? All they know is to be cunning, conniving, a con artist, and deceitful. They don't know how to walk upright, okay? So, being that you do, you're the one that stands out. So, they're offended by you being yourself, they're offended by you doing right, and unfortunately, coming against you for that reason, okay? Continue to walk in the light, continue to do what you need to do for you. Yeah, I'm seeing this being a religious thing as well, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Some people don't like the way you practice, what you practice, how you practice. You know what that is, okay? I'm hearing, sensing a combining of a two or three, okay? So that equals five, by the way, so change again. But yeah, you do things differently. You don't just co-sign and align with anything. You don't just blindly follow a religion, a person, a way of being. So just because the religion says this, you follow your own instinct, your own intuition, the guidance of your heart, your spiritual team, and the Most High. Yeah, Christians might say it's not a good idea to meditate, but honey, Christ really went out in the wilderness on his own to self-reflect and what? Meditate. Correct. Okay, so you're not focused on what these people talking about because you make it make sense for you, and your spiritual team is guiding you, and you follow the seeds on your path and your purpose as we're meant to do. You don't blindly follow a religion, what the family normally does, how they normally go about things. Yeah, I'm just seeing people like fraudulent and doing backdoor shit, like, larceny hearted, if you will. Okay, someone's definitely a Leo. Friends are significant in this energy. Jesus be a fence, like just be a fence around you. Okay, pray for your protection. Just know that you are protected, but continue to do your protection work, praying, meditating. Yeah, this has to be stopped. This is literally a dark versus light situation. Okay, either you're of the Most High or you're not. Okay, either you're operating in light or you're operating in darkness. There's no gray area with this. Okay, no matter how you do it, as long as I'm uplifting and positive and living through love and not harming anybody, not wishing any ill will, okay, doing what I need to do, handling my business, taking care of kids. I'm getting this is all you're doing. Minding your business, taking care of your kids, trying to work, trying to get through, survive, and people are coming against you for being yourself, gave you no credit for you being who you are. They want to act like they can't see you for who you are. Okay, so since you're taking a different path, I'm getting you have been diverted, divinely redirected, okay, on your path, separated from the two. 411, as I say this, okay, heavy messages coming through. I keep telling y'all, this is about to be cleared out. Messages are coming through. Yeah, I'm getting everybody receiving their notice, like everybody receiving whether they'll receive dharma or karma. You're about to see this play out quite literally in the physical. 32 is significant. Someone could be in their 30s. Your energy, they were trafficking in your energy. Take that how it resonates. I'm not going to expound upon that. Because you took a path and because you're taking a different path and you're successful at it, they're left confused and mad. They thought they had the blueprint. How, Sway, were you operating in darkness? How did you think you would ascend in darkness? Okay? You descend. Dusty. Just get in your word. Read a book. Okay? Yeah, they had no wisdom, okay? All these facts about the darkness down to the Slytherin class, playing in the dark arts, heavily in this energy, okay? Read a book about the light, okay? There is other options. You don't have to be nefarious. You don't have to be low vibrational. Yeah, I'm just getting people gossiping. I'm tired of this energy. Let me hurry up. Okay, they're confused and mad because they think darkness is the only way, okay? They revel in the chaos, okay? They thrive in chaos, okay? Yeah, now they're having nightmares. I'm seeing a nightmare card in the Panther Oracle. They thought this was okay to do. Yeah, now they're being divinely redirected as well. 33 is definitely significant. Okay, threes in the energy heavy, and we just know that's the divine having his hands all over this situation. Okay. Yeah, these could be church going people. I'm just seeing the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Yeah, whatever religion they're in. Okay, right? They'll gladly go to church. Sometimes those are the most wicked people. Sometimes, not all the time. But don't let that affect your connection with the Most High. Yeah, they jocking your style. They mad because your style is different. You're unique in your own way, and you don't care what people think about it. They don't have the confidence and courage to step out of line like that. Okay, they don't have enough of it. Okay, they don't possess the energy for it. You couldn't get it because you couldn't possibly get it, beloved. That's the And if you don't get it, you don't get it. And that's why you couldn't get it. That's why you couldn't get the gift. That's why you couldn't, okay? You don't have enough space. You don't hold enough light to get what I get because I get it, okay? Not to walk in the negativity. I get that doing people wrong is just wrong. I don't need extra reminders. I don't need a book to tell me not to be wicked and evil, okay? Some of us do. Even if you do, abide by that, okay? You're certain that's covenant, that's contract, okay? Yeah, yeah. These contracts had to be cut the fuck up, okay? Because they cut the fuck up. They thought they were the blueprint. They're offended by your choice to be different, okay? Someone's name could be Julie, someone's name could be Amber. I'm getting Amber Rose. The color amber is significant. There's also a Victoria's Secret scent with amber in it. That's what I was getting. Yeah, you're enchanted. You are different in many ways. You're meant to be. I'm getting you were cloaked, you were veiled. This was a secret. But now it's out for everybody to see. Excuse me. The veil is off, okay? You were the test, okay? You were the litmus test. You were the bait, okay? Quite literally put in their life. Ancestors are saying, now you gotta be quicker than that, beloved. Okay, you were the bait put in their lives to see what these energies would they do. What would they do? Would they come into the light or continue to dwell in the darkness? I'm seeing someone going deeper in the darkness, okay? They were supposed to follow your guiding light. Is that a. I'm hearing Passover. Ooh, child. They were supposed to follow your guiding light and they chose to stay in the darkness, okay? Not your fault, that's theirs, okay? So they'll reap what they sow. So that's all for this message, family. Let's close it out here. Remember, you are protected, you are loved, you have your ancestral team on your side, other people's ancestral teams. Those who dwell in the darkness, usually spiritually, right, in the spiritual realm, on your side. Okay, you got all types of people booting for you in this energy. Cause yeah, nah, what you thought, what you thought, what you really thought. You should stop thinking, okay, that mind business video is significant, yeah. Like you should stop trying to think um it's not your strong suit. Thinking is not their strong suit. So let's end it here, beloved. You can see we're getting disruptions from the other classrooms next to us, okay? Distractions and disruptions may occur, but do not let that deter you, okay? As I always say, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, class, please like this message for your class participation and attendance points. Let's get these messages out here more in the algorithm. The more you like, comment, and share, we'll get more people who are aligned with this energy, okay, who are supposed to be in our gifted class. Okay, so like for your class participation and attendance, okay? Subscribe to stay in tune with this vibe. And you know what they say, sharing is caring. So share, if you feel inclined. As I always say, come and go in love and light. Please pursue purpose, not just paychecks. And you definitely want to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Until next time, class. Peace, y'all.